nonsense they doing. You can't compare the name of Jesus to the Christian head, the Christian culture, the president, the PhD, whatever Mr. Fernando want to call, and the nonsense he doing. So you can't compare that name to nothing else. Because it's only that name right there in which God said, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Because see, we don't stay quiet. So this one is encouragement. I want to encourage that nurse. I want to encourage you to continue to speak up because it's tough, especially when they're going to suspend you for speaking up. You see people die every day and they suspend you for that. I want to encourage Mr. Fernando. Mr. Fernando, I encourage you to blink twice. Please, please blink twice. Mr. Darville, if the public hospital authority gets you under duress and you can't reinstate this lady, please blink twice, Mr. Darville. Blink twice. We here to help. And Mr. Sebastian, I understand it's about making money. And like you said, you have 20 companies. Blink twice. If you need help, if it's an addiction to money there, if it's any greed, just blink twice. Because we are here to help. God raise may bless us, God has protect us. And help us as the people of the Heavenly Father. We know that there's power in the name of Jesus, under which name nothing else could be called. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13, and by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At Lyford Key, I'm Tanya Smith Cartwright. This is ZNS.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features. It's all about the feeling. It's the Northern Vibes with Raven Davis.
Good evening and welcome to Northern Vibes, your go-to show for everything culture, arts, entertainment, and so much more. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, today we're turning up the volume with a name that's been making serious waves in the Bahamian music scene. He's young, talented, and one of the most talked about DJs in the country. From local parties to international stages, his journey is proof that passion and hard work can take you far. Take a look. There's a good chance you've heard the name DJ Future before. Born Wentworth Donaldson Jr., this Bahamian talent has been mastering the turntables since the age of 9. He got his start under his family's company, Scorpion Entertainment, learning the art of mixing from his father, the legendary DJ Scorpio. From rocking local parties in Grand Bahama to lighting up festivals like Conkfest in Mayaguana, DJ Future has built a reputation for high energy and unforgettable sets. His skills have taken him beyond the islands to stages across the United States, including Atlanta, where crowds can't get enough. Known for his passion, drive, and magnetic presence, DJ Future is more than a DJ. He's an inspiration, proving that dedication and love for music can take you anywhere. My dear friend and colleague, welcome to Northern Vibes.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So DJ Future, first of all, how did that name come about?
So that name got started because, well, before DJ Future was Lil Scorpio, as most people know me by, because my dad is DJ Scorpio. So when I was working at a local establishment, the gentleman that was on the mic for me, because at that time I was shy to hold the mic, he would always be saying, future this, future that, future this. And after a while, people started calling me the Future. I guess it resonated with them by saying that I'm the person that'll be taking on the mantle. My dad will be passing the baton to me. So after a while, I dropped Lil Scorpio and I rebranded, and now I'm DJ Future today.
Speaking of passing the baton, that is how you first got your start in DJing.
Yes, most definitely. So around the house, my dad would be playing loud music and I would see him pushing the buttons and stuff like that. And I'd say, hey, that's cool. Dad, what does this do? And he'd allow me to just do my research and have fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How was your first gig? Talk about that.
So my first gig by myself, I was about 9 years old. And this was around the time when CDs was relevant. It wasn't no laptop. So my dad was double booked, and he had this backyard party to do. And at this point in time, I had already reached a level where he's comfortable leaving me to play an event by myself. Of course, once he gave me the right instructions. So.
But were you comfortable?
I was nervous. I was nervous because I'm 9 years old and you want me to play for people who 30, 40, 50. And I was very quiet at that time, very soft-spoken.
They didn't look at you in some kind of way like, where's this 9-year-old little boy going?
No. Trust me, they had some concerns, but it was also a familiar friend to him, so they trusted him. So he gave me the CDs, and let's just say that they didn't have any complaints.
Awesome, so the reception was good, but did he pay you?
Yeah, I believe so. I can't remember exactly. Might still owe me money today, but I think I got something nice from him.
Awesome. So all of that hard work has really paid off for you. This career has given you the chance to travel both locally and internationally. Tell us about the Alkaline concert, because we know that is the concert that really catapulted you in your career, and then even internationally, being able to travel to Atlanta several times.
Yes, most definitely. So the Alkaline concert, big shouts out to MVP Entertainment. He trusted me. He gave me my first break, my first concert performance. I was nervous. We performed for maybe 1,000 people, and that was the biggest stage I had ever been on at that point in time. So I rocked it. I was nervous, but a lot of people didn't know I was nervous. So big shouts out to MVP.
Awesome.
And internationally, I also traveled to Miami. I think the first time I played internationally was in Miami to Memorial Day weekend, around the time when they would have all the Caribbean parties and stuff like that. And you had a lot of Bahamians in the crowd, so it was a familiar space, so it was good.
Awesome. Now, speaking of Bahamian, you actually have a Bahamian mix on YouTube that's really doing big numbers. I think almost 500,000 views.
Yes, Bahamian or Nothing, about 5 years ago, I think.
Yes. Talk about that mix, though. I don't think a lot of Bahamian DJs actually use the Bahamian music and, make it their own.
Yeah, so I believe a lot of DJs today, they would gravitate more towards the music that's relevant right now, that's constantly being played in the clubs, the bars, and the parties. So I think when they first start out, they learn how to mix dancehall, hip-hop, soca, and stuff like that. But I would like to encourage people to, promote the culture. So around the time when I thought about doing the mix, I looked on YouTube and different social media platforms, and I said, hey, not that many Bahamian mixes out there. That's a niche. So I said, okay, let me drop a mix, and that just took off.
But how exactly do we get more DJs to play the Bahamian music?
I think it starts with actually having the music readily available to them, because I want to encourage artists as well to promote their music, market their music, make it available to you, because sometimes you'd be looking for new Bahamian music and sometimes it's not there. It's not there. You'd have to contact them directly or stuff like that. So actually put it on platforms so that it could be accessible like the other genres.
Awesome. And as with any career, you have your career highs and you have your lows. Talk about one time that was really a trying time for you when you were DJing, and how you overcame and what it taught you about pivoting in business and persevering.
So it's a lot of low moments and a lot of high moments, but I would like to say that the high moments trumped the low moments. But one particular time that I remember is when my laptop had crashed, and I had maybe like 4 or 5 bookings that week. So imagine me. So one night I played at an event and I noticed my laptop wasn't closing properly. This was at the end of the event. So I shut the laptop down and I noticed there was a space between there. So I checked it again, I troubleshoot. And when I opened my laptop the last time, I noticed my screen had been punctured. So I'm like, what's happening? Mm-hmm. So I moved the screen again and it just went blank. So when I looked on the keyboard, I noticed my errand bar fell on the keyboard.
My goodness.
And I actually punctured the screen. So the next day, I tried to call different businesses and see if we could have this screen here. I had a MacBook at the time and nobody had the screen on island. So what I ended up having to do was I reached out to one of my colleagues and I used their laptop to cover those events. Thank God they didn't have any bookings at the time. I used their laptop, and of course, some of the mixes I had saved elsewhere on hard drives. And if you know, you know, I had to play with their playlist. So that was a struggle. But nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. But I was sweating while I was performing for those people.
But at no point did you ever think, man, I got to cancel these gigs?
No, because I had bills to pay. Yeah.
And what would you say that taught you about persevering?
I think that taught me to, you know, stick through it, pivot when you come across adversity. Just because your laptop may crash, maybe there's other ways that you could still perform at a high level. So what I did was, again, I reached out to my colleagues, I used the laptop, and also used mixes that I had previously recorded, and then, you know, I made it my own.
What would you say is the most rewarding part about your job?
The most rewarding part about my job is actually seeing the smiles and enjoyment on people's faces. You know, having that type of power. Because you never know what persons are walking into an establishment or a party with. You don't know what struggles they have, and they may just want to escape those realities, you know? So having that power to, just for a moment, to encourage them and also give them that sense of relief and to forget all of the struggles that they may be dealing with at the time, that's rewarding for me.
Left, right, sway, sway, just sway. Sway, sway, sway. 1, 2, 3, go, 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 go. They thought they bring regular DJ in here today. Come on now. Come on now. Don't give it away. Emphasize 944. Everybody put your arm on the person next to you and just start swing. 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
And speaking of rewarding experiences, you actually had a chance to put Freeport on the map at one point during COVID-19. You participated in 103.5 The Beats competition.
Yes, Battle of the Beats. It was a virtual DJ competition, and I was the only person to represent Freeport. So I can't remember how many DJs were involved, but you had representation from different islands. You had Abaco, Exuma, Eleuthera, Nassau, and of course Freeport, myself. And Bimini, I think Bimini was involved as well. And we went up head to head, and it was a great competition. I actually finished second in the competition, and I was awarded a laptop.
Of course, DJ Future, we always like to end on an inspiring and encouraging note. What encouragement would you give to other up-and-coming or aspiring DJs?
I would definitely tell them to bet on themselves, but also make sense while they do it. There was a point in time where I wasn't as vocal as I am today. I was scared to just even say a birthday shout out or just to say an announcement. But now I'm more comfortable with holding the mic. So I would say nothing beats a failure but a try, you know? Bet on yourself, go out there, try something different because that's where growth happens.
I really thought you were going to say nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
That too.
Well, thank you so much, DJ Future, for taking time out of your busy schedule to share your story with us. I hope it's been an inspiration to someone out there. But don't go away just yet. When we come back, we'll bring you the latest news from around the North.
Better known as PJ alongside DJ Future, right? Call me up right now.
DJ Future, this one, you know I'm locked in. I'm on your run this morning. Keep it coming. Override.
I got you.
The Morning Run Mix with DJ Future. Power 104.5 FM. 9 schools, 1 stage, the ultimate test of knowledge, teamwork, and innovation. Mary Star, Tabernacle, Jack Hayward, St. George's, Bishop Michael Eldon, 8 Mile Rock High, St. Paul's, Grand Bahama Academy, and Sunland Baptist Academy. This is where brilliance meets and competition begins. This is the Battle of the Brains, powered by Grand Bahama Power. Supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about... Welcome back. Kelly's Freeport Limited is marking 6 decades of service to the Grand Bahama community, hosting a special 60th anniversary celebration at the Stone Crab Restaurant Saturday evening. Among those in attendance, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, Minister for Grand Bahama the Honorable Ginger Moxie, executives of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, the members of the business community, and Kelly's staff. It was a night filled with celebration, reflection, and memories. More details in this report.
From humble beginnings as a small store to becoming a trusted household name, Kelly's Freeport has grown alongside the island, weathering storms, supporting families, and standing as a pillar in the community for 60 years. In honor of the milestone, many gathering at the Stone Crab Restaurant for a night of fun, food, and dance. Managing Director Lynn Lowe reflecting on the company's 6-decade journey and its deep roots in the Grand Bahama community.
When I look back over the years, I'm filled with pride, not only in our accomplishments, but in the people who have made them possible. What started with a small lumberyard in 1965 with 20 staff has now grown to 125 dedicated team members and a retail space of over 130,000 square feet.
Congratulating Kelly's on the achievement, guest speaker and co-chairman of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Rupert Hayward, says the tools that built the city's foundation came from Kelly's.
Over these 6 decades, Kelly's has provided more than just goods. It's created careers, it's supported families, and contributed to the community in countless ways. Through good times and challenging times, Kelly's has been a constant and reliable presence that reflects the resilience and spirit of Grand Bahama.
Also on hand for the occasion, Minister for Grand Bahama the Honorable Ginger Moxie and Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, praising Kelly's for its resilience and long-standing contribution to the island.
Kelly's Freeport is not simply a store, it is a household name. From the contractors literally building this island to the homeowners raising their families. If you needed a board, a bucket of paint, or a bolt, you came to Kelly's.
60 years ago, Kelly's Freeport began as a small store with big dreams. It grew because the people of Grand Bahama believed in it. And now, after 6 decades, the story comes full circle because Kelly's stands as proof that Bahamian hands can build something lasting and Bahamian hands can keep it alive to every try. That is the story I want the whole country to hear, that the people of Grand Bahama are not victims of circumstance, who are the authors of comeback stories.
Following remarks came a highlight of the night, a performance from the Platinum Nights Junkanoo Group.
Well, in other news, it was a day of celebration and recognition at Jack Haver Junior High School as students, teachers, and parents gathered for the school's annual award ceremony. The students were honored for their academic achievements during the 2024-2025 school year. Principal Janice Pinder says the ceremony is all about celebrating the outstanding performance of the students.
Today's award ceremony is celebrating the excellence from last year, from our 7th and 8th graders of last year. We have about 200 students receiving awards today. So we've received the top BJC results for junior high in Grand Bahama. And so we're proud about that. We were highlighted last year for top national results for BJC, and so we're working hard to continue in that vein.
Among many of the awardees, the school's head girl says the journey wasn't always easy, but it was rewarding. While event sponsor says supporting education is a meaningful way for businesses to give back.
There were like a lot of late nights, just like putting in extra time. Things like as simple as researching certain things that you wouldn't learn in class, having to go and do all that work by myself. That was challenging at times, but at the same time, I quite enjoyed it because I like learning.
It's a good idea for other businesses to give back because it helps to motivate the students to want to get good grades. If I was getting cash, I would push hard myself. So I would say to other businesses, to try to reach out to schools and sponsor, give the kids a little push so that they can earn good grades.
Meantime, students at Sunland Baptist Christian Academy are getting a first-hand lesson in democracy as 5th-6th graders campaign for the title of class president or vice president. But before casting their votes, they're learning how the electoral process works. Social studies teacher Letitia Lightbourne says as part of their unit on elections, students visited the parliamentary registration department where they received mock voter cards and sample ballots, giving them a real-world feel of the experience. To make the moment even more memorable, Minister for Grand Bahama and Pine Ridge Member of Parliament, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, paid a special visit, sharing her own journey into politics and offering words of encouragement to the young leaders of tomorrow.
I wanted them to just recognize that it's about service. It's about giving back, it's about helping those in need, and it's about making a difference within any environment that they're part of. And so this is the school environment, and they want to see improvements in Sunland Baptist Academy.
I do feel like they were engaged. A lot of them participated afterwards when she asked questions. I had one student in particular who kind of holds her up a little bit, talking to her, and I love the way how she engaged with them.
The aspiring leaders also got a chance to pitch their ideas, outlining their campaign promises as they aim to secure votes for president or vice president.
One thing I did while I was campaigning, I went from class to class, told them what I was doing, and I gave out other things like chocolate and candy.
I'm right doing something called Big Bucks, where you could use it as real money to buy stuff out the tuck shop and like buy lunch and stuff.
I put up 3 flyers, one on the 2 grade 5 doors and one in front of the office, so people can come and see my flyer when they first walk in the school.
Very strategic. Very good.
At the end of the election period, Dion Pinder was elected class president, while Kamara Roll was chosen to serve as vice president. Switching gears now, officials from the Grand Bahama Development Company says now is the time for both investors and residents to secure their piece of the island through a range of new initiatives. Sherelle Dames has more details in this report.
On Grand Bahama, DevCo is ramping up efforts to attract and help Bahamians become property owners. Company officials say there's land available at every price point. And with new initiatives such as Deeds and Dreams and Land on Layaway, officials maintain there has never been a better time to buy a home.
We encourage our Bahamians to invest in property residential, and residential can be single family, where you can build a house, duplex, where you can build a duplex, multi-family, where you can build anything more than a duplex and up, and high-rise, where you can really go stories up.
Senior Manager of Sales and Commercial Development Charles Pratt says affordability remains a top priority when assessing real estate. He adds that DevCo continuously reviews pricing to ensure land remains within reach of the average Grand Bahamian.
Is land affordable? The answer is yes. But affordable is relative. I mean, what you could afford,
somebody else.
I may not be able to afford, that sort of a thing, right? So, but we do that exercise to ensure that we have land that is really affordable.
With the land starting between $25,000 to $30,000 for a family lot, Pratt says the island's infrastructure can support far more growth, making it an ideal time for both investors and locals to buy.
We know that pricing is also affected by the pure supply and demand. Right now, we have an abundance of land. The infrastructure in Grand Bahama is enough to accommodate 250,000 people. We have about 50,000 people on the island.
Wow.
That is what we say to the world. I mean, you're talking about a place that is ready for investment, turnkey, vertical improvement. You're talking Freeport.
And so officials say the current investments and anchor project development initiatives is about more than land. It's about building confidence in Grand Bahama's growth. And if you would like to find out more about DevCo's site listings, you can visit their website at www.gbdevco.com. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Now is the time to invest, not just in property, but in the future of our island and our people, because every lot, every home, every business built here strengthens the heartbeat of the Northern Bahamas. Well, stay tuned. Northern Vibes will be back after this commercial break.
Better known as PJ alongside DJ Future, right? Call me up right now.
DJ Future is what your mom lost it. I'm on your run this morning. Keep it coming, override, override.
I got you.
The Morning Run Mix with DJ Future. Power 104.5 FM.
9 schools, 1 stage, the ultimate test of knowledge, teamwork, and innovation. Mary Star, Tabernacle, Jack Hayward, St. George's, Bishop Michael Eldon, 8 Mile Rock High, St. Paul's, Grand Bahama Academy, and Sunland Baptist Academy. This is where brilliance meets and competition begins. This is the Battle of the Brains. Powered by Grand Bahama Power. Supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go.
Hello.
Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward. That brings truth to light. That connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yashimiko had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about... That brings us to the end of today's show. We want to send a big thank you to our guest, DJ Future, for gracing us with his presence and sharing his incredible journey. His story is a true reminder that passion and hard work can take you anywhere you want to go. I'm Raven Davis, and this has been Northern Vibes. We'll see you next week, same time, same energy.
put my foolish pride aside in acknowledgement of your goodness. Everything is the Lord's in the earth in its fullness.
It's MADIO Mario, and I'm inviting you to tune into Entertainment Fridays on the Bahamas Tonight. Access now at 7:30 p.m. You miss it, you diss it.
To fall, but was caught before I fell. Was so hard-headed, too stubborn, I asked for help.
That's the Bahamas Tonight. Access now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here sitting in our amazing studio. Well, I'm preparing for my new show coming this fall. In Depth with Mukesh Lapinder is a Sunday magazine-style show with timely investigations and deep explorations into the country's ills and triumphs. So join me on Sundays at 10 a.m. this fall for long-form and engaging conversations. And remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you.
All right. At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the Weekend Edition. Tensions mount at the Nassau Cruise Port, where taxi drivers gathered in protest. Plus, solemn tributes to those who gave their lives for freedom and peace. In sports, the nation's top athletes and coaches celebrated during the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture's National Sports Awards. Tonight, the Weekend Edition starts now. Happy Sunday. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. A tense scene outside the entrance of the Nassau Cruise Port Sunday as members of the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union staged a major protest. The demonstration comes amid ongoing frustrations with port management. Lloyd Allen on the scene.
The taxi drivers are tired of being suppressed and oppressed by Nassau Cruise Port.
A chaotic scene erupting downtown Nassau Sunday as concerns from the members of the Taxi Cab Union came to a head following claims of failed promises by the Nassau Cruise Port. At the time ZNS News arrived to the area, a number of taxi cabs had been parked across the entrance of the port, and police attempting to quell the crowd, with at least 2 of those taxi drivers arrested.
Because they don't have basic access to the restroom at certain times. The parking lot, they're locked out of the parking lot. And so what you're seeing here now is a frustration of all the things that's been building.
Global Ports Holdings back in 2019 signed an agreement with the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union under the leadership of Wesley Ferguson and the operators of the Prince George Wharf Taxi Association to facilitate technology and experience to enhance the $250 million overhaul of the cruise port, allowing a partnership with the BTCU. But today, operators say the partnership needs to be revisited. As the incident escalated, a number of wreckers were called to clear the port's entrance. BTCU Tour Chairman Erica Thompson says taxi drivers simply want their voice to be heard.
There was a little arrest just now, but we're
standing strong in our stance today. The Nassau Cruise Port is not responding to us, and so this is the only avenue that seems like they would make a response to, and that's what we're here for.
Both Thompson and Butler confirmed that attempts to converse have been unanswered by cruise port officials. However, they insist they will push until their concerns are addressed.
We are first Bahamians. We are Bahamians. Second, we are ambassadors to this country and stakeholders to this industry. So we're looking for Nassau Cruise Port to respond to us.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Now, ZNS News reached out to executives at the Nassau Cruise Port for comment, but so far there has been no response. This is a developing story, and we will continue to follow it closely for updates. Well, police providing an update tonight on two major incidents in New Providence. In the Blue Hill Road homicide, authorities confirmed the male suspect, recently discharged from hospital, is now in police custody, assisting with the investigation. The second male victim remains in stable condition. Meantime, in the dog attack incident, the young boy continues to recover. His injuries are serious but not life-threatening. Animal Control has removed the aggressive dog from the property, with two more dogs expected to be taken on Monday, November 10th. That's tomorrow. Well, the family's desperate search for answers continues tonight. 7 months after 32-year-old Emmanuel Bain, a father of two, vanished during what relatives describe as a tragic boating incident near Long Key, Crooked Island. Relatives of Emmanuel Bain say the uncertainty is unbearable. We spoke to mother Marva Bain and aunt Emily Mitchell, both visibly heartbroken and emotionally drained over their missing relative. The family now pleading with authorities and public for renewed attention.
They have not questioned my sister. They have not asked her any question in regards to her son, or to the fact that he's gone missing for so long, but let it be somebody high in authority. The poor never get justice in this country. Yes, there's many people out here watching, not just us, but not international, but worldwide, global. You understand? And they can see the injustice done to the poor. But we thank God, God is our help. That's all I have to say.
Well, the nation paused today to remember the contributions of the brave men and women who dedicated their lives to freedom and peace as officers in World Wars I and II. Through the annual Remembrance Day service and wreath laying, the enduring memory of those officers and their selfless sacrifice is kept alive. Lloyd Allen has more.
Christchurch Cathedral brought together a diverse gathering of organizations, all united in remembrance of those who served in World Wars I and II. The service, officiated by the Very Reverend Harry Bain, focused on the contributions made as well as the value in remembering those contributions.
We pause today. We remember today. We give thanks today. We call to mind the countless men and women who laid down their lives in the great wars of the last century and in conflicts since, so that we might inherit the gift of freedom.
The service, lasting just over an hour, was witnessed by a long list of dignitaries and officials, along with organizations closely linked to the British Legion Bahamas branch. A procession after that service also took place, leading to the cenotaph. Adina Charlo, chairperson for the British Legion Bahamas branch, also highlighting Dr. Meyer Racine as a special honoree this year for his work as a veteran and in helping to erect the Racine Hospital, later renamed Doctors Hospital.
The reason why we have him in front of Doctors Hospital this year is because of his military assignment to the Bahamas in 1942. He fell in love with the Bahamas, and he returned in 1947, where he got his license to operate a small clinic. And the clinic today is Doctors Hospital.
Racine's son, Barry Racine, along with other families of veterans, consul generals, and diplomats, posted to the Bahamas along with a series of civic groups, all taking part in the official wreath-laying ceremony, with a display igniting both pride and interest from those present.
Both of my parents were soldiers in World War II and members of the British Legion. So it was a tradition from the time that my brothers and sisters, when we were little children, that we participate in this event.
I saw this in Canada many years ago. We don't have this experience in our country, so it's very moving.
The 2025 Remembrance Day church service and wreath laying at the Senate Hub ushering hundreds, remembering those who served and their legacies living on. Reporting from Parliament Street for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks much, Lloyd. A march for solidarity and change taking place on our streets. We'll explain when the Bahamas Tonight continues.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas, where we help you to build beautiful. When it comes to outfitting your new home with beautiful architectural products, we represent prestigious brands such as PGT, Gelwin, Steelcraft, and Overhead Door. If you're looking for new windows or doors, custom made for your new house, be sure to email us at sales@cbsbahamas.com.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves, so I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
St. Agnes Anglican Church Rector Father Ranfilly Brown was honored Saturday in a special service celebrating his work, even as he faces health challenges. Parishioners showed their support. Archdeacon Father Brown expressed heartfelt gratitude with Father Keith Cartwright sharing reflections on his impact.
I'm honored for this service today. I'm from St. Agnes, and this has never happened before. So I'm grateful and thankful to God for the opportunity to be honored today.
As you know, he has some challenges medically, and we just wanted to come to say thank you and to give God thanks for his life and ministry. Of course, both of us started here at St. Agnes very young around the altar. He was a little older than I am, and we went to college together, he ahead of me, and we served the diocese our entire lives.
Others in attendance spoke of the profound influence Father Brown has had on their lives, sharing personal stories and heartfelt reasons for coming to honor his decades of service.
It is only fitting that the church supports him in a mass of celebration of his life, his past deeds to the church, and also to ensure that he may have a continued good health.
He was my rector. I still consider him a great friend, a great priest. And today, my wife and I are here just to celebrate his life.
Father Brown means so much to us. He's been supportive of everything we did before. There's no one quite like him.
We are here to represent the Committee of Management and the Grand United Order of Port Phillips, to which Father Brown is a member.
I haven't seen him in quite some time. Let me first say that he did marry me here in this church 18 years ago. And so I felt it very important to come here.
Nearly 100 participants took to the streets Saturday, marching from Windsor Park to Rawson Square in a symbolic effort to return the country to Christ and address the social challenges facing the nation. Director of Churches United in Christ, Reverend Patrice Smith, says the Bahamas Belongs to God March is a call to confront the nation's struggles and return the Bahamas to its spiritual foundation.
Violence against women and children, violence in particular, we see that the church is not where we should be, and that's all of us. And so we are declaring that, listen, through prayer, we are declaring that through the spoken word, we are declaring that through our advocacy, that the Bahamas belongs to God, and we are here to do what it takes to bring the Bahamas back to God.
March co-director Pastor Carol Moss says this year's event is also a chance to reach the nation's youth, demonstrating unity through churches and inspiring positive change across the country.
They have not seen the church. We are in the four walls, not actually on the street. So they can see that there is something happening and stirring up in this country. And so when they see the young people and the middle-aged and the older folks coming together as the church, making a clarion call first to God and also for this country, then they'll see there's a difference, and then you'll see a shift in our nation.
Following a massive fire back in April, Cartwright Nassau opens its brand new warehouse, and according to AML Foods Limited's Vice President of Marketing and Communications, Renee Bastian, customers will be able to shop with convenience.
We have launched the website www.cartwrightnassau.com, and customers can now go online and find all of their great Cartwright buys. And they can choose either to pick up at the warehouse, which is number 52 Peach Street, which is the former Milo Butler warehouse, or they can actually opt to have it delivered to their home or their business.
Well, good to know that shop is back on its feet. With free shipping and online registration, Family Islanders can now join the AML membership without leaving home.
Family Island shipping is free, so Family Islanders can they can also sign up for membership online. So, you know, prior to the website, they would have to actually come to Nassau, or it was really tedious for them to get membership. So now they can actually sign up for membership online.
Well, ZNS Total Sports is up next. Stay close.
We're learning, even playing, we're having lots of fun. We're working with each other until the day is done.
17 public junior high school students from New Providence, Bimini, Andros, and Exuma are set to battle in friendly competition during the second annual Ethan S. Bain Environmental Speech Competition in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training.
One of the best ways to inform, to educate, and to sustain good environmental practices is to get young people involved, particularly children in school. Get them involved in addressing our environment through speech contests and taking environmental topics and discussing those topics. And that is one way we hope to sustain our interest in trying to get people more aware of environmental services.
The Foundation's Executive Assistant Jade Pierce shares details of the upcoming competition.
The event will be held at C.C. Sweeting Senior High School on November 6th at 6 p.m. The event will be focusing on the title, It's My Environment, Conservation and Sustainability Are My Responsibilities. We really want to see the creative capability of all the students as they deliver what they see the future of the Bahamas to be.
We need communities to take the initiative, and hopefully mothers and fathers and teachers and churches, all of them get involved, and we get other people involved, corporate sponsors, to help us spread the word. Our community, our environment.
Let's do just that. This is Ed Talk.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focus Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Welcome to your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture hosting its annual National Sports Awards to commemorate the athletic accomplishments shown by athletes both home and abroad. Some of the major awards would go to Bahamas Aquatics winning Federation of the Year, Carifta Bahamas Swimming taking home Youth and National Team of the Year, Queens College taking home National Secondary School of the Year, Marvin Johnson winning Senior Male Student Athlete of the Year, and Eliza Denning would win Senior Female Student Athlete of the Year. Jose Johnson would win the Female Junior School Student Athlete of the Year, and Egan Neely taking home Male Junior School Student Athlete of the Year. Lamar Taylor taking home Male Collegiate Athlete of the Year and the Olympic Committee Award. Thea Charlton would go home with the Female Collegiate Athlete of the Year. Tourism Impact Award going to VJ Edgecombe, and Trevano McPhee would win National Coach of the Year. We caught up with a few winners after the ceremony.
Oh, it's very exciting. I think last year I wasn't able to come back home. I think I was in the middle of school, so it's nice that I'm able to come back, see my family, and come to this award ceremony and receive 2 awards. It's very nice.
It feels really amazing, really cool to be able to stand up in the stage in front of everyone, especially as an athlete from a less traditional sport. It feels amazing to be recognized.
It feels awesome, but firstly I just want to thank God because I wouldn't even be here without him. I also want to thank my family because of their support, and I am really delighted to be here today to come and win this award.
It was really breathtaking, and I couldn't believe that I was able to get an award of this. I want to thank God for giving me this nice opportunity and allowing me to really flourish my talent, to get where I need to be, and to thank all the supporters and my family, everybody who's around me to help me on my journey. So receiving such an award and doing so good at Carifta.
Over in Grand Bahama, they wrapped up the volleyball competition for the Grand Bahama Games. Our Jay Philippe tells us more in this report.
Gold medals, silver medals, and bronze medals were on the line in the final day of the Grand Bahama Games in volleyball. Winning the women's championship was Team Pine Ridge that won in 3 sets.
We definitely took a while to warm up in the beginning, but we pushed through and we won the 2nd and 3rd set. It was very nerve-wracking, especially in the beginning. I really wanted our team to win because I feel like we did a lot to get to this point.
Marco City Lady Bulldogs came close, but they had to settle for silver.
Can't complain at all. The girls came out every night. It was a long week, a lot of games, and we fought to the end. So I'm pretty proud of the turnout that we came up with.
Now on the men's side, Marco City took home the gold in 2 straight sets.
We played the way we talked about it. It was very great. My team executed well. Like, I'm proud of all of them. Some of them haven't played in a while, and some just starting to play with grown men. It was very fun, and I'm proud of my team.
The Member of Parliament for Marco City, Donwell Michael Pintard, sitting courtside to witness his team take home gold and silver.
A lot of persons from the community have come to support some tremendous athletes. I saw some talent, some people I didn't know had some hops. I was really, really impressed, man. And so it's good to be here. It's good to see the talent that we have in Grand Bahama. And I hope this continues to grow. We need a gym packed. And so as we continue to do this, we believe it'll build momentum. And I want to applaud all of the volunteers, the persons who are coaching, and those people who are contributing to the athletes. Continue to do so. This will pay off in the long run for all of us.
East Grand Bahama men's team put up a fight in both sets.
Disappointing loss, but I got to give kudos to the team that won, Marco City. Those are night league guys. You know, they put up a strong contingent, and they came up with the goal tonight.
Now baseball is set to begin this weekend at the Mara Baseball Park for the Grand Bahama Games. Reporting from 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium, I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Total Sports.
And that's been your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Have a great week, everyone.
Is the Little Caesars Star stuffed crust pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving. Diet-friendly special.
Check on tonight's weather forecast. Diane Dorsett joins in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening, Desmond. Let's start with a quick update on the tropics. Things remain quiet this evening and no tropical cyclone development is expected over the next 7 days, which is great news as we move further into November. Now, outside our studios tonight, it's partly cloudy with a temperature of 85 degrees, winds are south-southeast at 4 miles per hour. Humidity is standing at 70% and pressure is 29.91 inches or 1,012.9 millibars. And across the country, here's how temperatures are shaping up. In the northwest Bahamas, Freeport City and Green Turtle Key at 80 degrees. Allenstown, Bimini, and Bullocks Harbor 82. Marsh Harbor, Abaco 84. Fresh Creek, Central Andros 85. Camp Space, South Andros, and Block Point, Exuma 86 degrees. Hopper Island 83. Roxani, Luther 84 degrees. Arthurstown, Kidd Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, as well as Georgetown, Exuma, all in the mid-80s. And for our southernmost islands, Crooked Island, Clarencetown, Ragged Island at 86 degrees. Betsy Bay and Acklands at 87, Matthew Toninagua 86, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 84 degrees. Now for your boating forecast. Tonight, for the northwest Bahamas, winds will be southerly at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. High tide will occur at 10:55 tonight. And for the central and southeast Bahamas, winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 knots with seas at 2 to 4 feet. Now tomorrow, for the northwest Bahamas, winds will be southwest at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet. High tide will be at 11:28 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 6:04 in the evening. And for the central and southeast Bahamas, on Monday, winds will be light and variable with seas at 1 to 3 feet. Our satellite picture this evening shows approaching clouds along a prefrontal trough while most other areas remain mostly clear. Tonight, it's going to be 76 degrees, mostly cloudy and humid with a couple of showers, and tomorrow, 84 degrees, cloudy with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon. Now, what's happening over the next 7 days? A cold front will sweep across the islands, bringing cloudiness and a few showers, followed by breezy and cooler conditions. Now, that's it for weather. Wish you a great week ahead. Desmond, back to you.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have some great weather in the next couple of days. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
The following is a message by Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Cynthia A. Pratt, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, on the occasion